of big auroras for this very season. And the lights are indeed quite beautiful, and it's not even dark yet. It's still bright on the horizon, but in any case we are having huge auroras everywhere around us. We have Filippo, my friend here. You can wave to the camera as you are seeing right now. And we're having quite a show. You can wave to our viewers.
Hi.
Not to these ones, but the other camera. Maybe without the light, so we can see better. Let's put it on a tripod, the normal one. That one. You had it too. This one. So, as you can pretty much see, the auroras have surprised us today, and they are dancing in all the locations. We barely made it out of the city in the middle of nowhere again to witness these lights. So what we're looking at right now, we are looking at almost south. So the north is on the right side from the frame, and the auroras are dancing all around us. So it is 27th of August, and this is the very first aurora storm of the season, and I'm quite glad that I can bring you the storm. Please tell if you can hear me well, if the sound is nice. We're also playing some of the music, some of my music on the background, and as usually, if you would like to support the show, you can go to our very own aurorashop.fi, where you will find all the best locally made design, souvenirs, superfoods, reindeer hides, wooden products and whatnot that will cheer up your day. And Christmas is coming, so it might be a good time to stash some of the Christmas presents. So actually the storm has already been continuing for quite a while, for a few hours, but the thing is that it's actually not really that dark, and not, what I mean is that the sunset is still so late that we could not see the first parts of the storm, and it's already like, I don't know, maybe second or third part of the storm. So there was already some quite cool moments before, but we could not really see those because it was too bright. But finally it's getting darker. It's 11:30 p.m. and wow, what a show over there on the horizon. Oh, what a show. I'm gonna change the position of the camera a little bit so we can see it a little better. Yes. How are we doing with the second cam? Where is it? Where is the second cam?
Which cam?
The one which was on the gimbal.
Here.
Ah, you're still on it.
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna change it.
I told you to come to me.
Ah, sorry, I didn't get it. Can you do it again?
Sure.
So quite a show, quite a show. Now there is a very, very bright action over there on our horizon. So now we are seeing our second camera here going to the right. Wow, there is some really nice action. So, oh, wow. Wow, this is absolutely brilliant. So our first aurora show of the season. I'm so grateful. Finally, it's here. Actually, I have to tell you that we were out for many nights looking for these auroras, but we were not really successful because the auroras were quite weak. But now, as you can see, it is quite a show, quite astonishing show. And I hope that you can help us by spreading the word about this live stream over here, and you can help us gain more viewers. And now we are seeing some of the some of the backstage over here of our production. So let's switch to our front camera. And oh wow, actually it's quite hard to know what to show you because the aurora is basically everywhere in the left and to the right.
Give me the light. Where's the tripod? Where's the...
So apologies for interruption in the commentary. We are naturally running like headless chickens over here because it's well, it's the first aurora storm of the season, and also, well, we haven't seen storms like that in over 4 months. Last ones were in the end of April, so naturally you can see that we're really glad to see the auroras. And I guess we're kind of rusty in a sort of way because when the aurora storm hits, you basically have to react quite fast, and auroras can come from basically any directions. Now we are looking we're looking south, actually, I think. So this is a very unusual direction to look for the auroras because usually you look for the north to the other side. So anyway, this is the end of August. This is when the first big auroras start in Lapland. Of course, it's not every year that they start at the same day or anything like that, but today we are quite lucky in that extent. So August 27, we can already enjoy some beautiful northern lights. Quite lucky in that extent. So it is quite a show. While as soon as we got out of the car, we were amazed because just above us was like a very cool aurora thing happening, and we were not quite ready that it's gonna start so soon. But now it's basically everywhere. It started in the north, and now we look basically to the south. So again, this storm already started many hours ago, but we only getting to it now because the reason for it is the nights are still very bright here, and it gets dark. Well, now it gets dark at 11:30, like right now. So we missed the beginning of the storm for this very reason, and we are only getting, should I say, leftovers, but you know, these are very nice and yummy leftovers, so no complaint to that. And it's certainly the best auroras that we have so far in the season, so definitely we are purely happy, and no complaints to that regard. But I just wanted to stress to you that it's just the end tail of the aurora storm. But you know, never say never. We might still get some occasional, you know, things happening in the sky, like right now, and everything is still looking good for more powerful auroras to come, and we will stick to our live aurora show for as long as it's necessary to satisfy you guys out there, those who cannot see the auroras right now with us. And again, if you would like to give us some support, please head out to our aurorashop.fi and help us out with some local design. So I see we have lots and lots of comments right now. Erkki Kangas, Revontulen loimussa. Tätä se kyllä on ehdottomasti. So we are switching between cameras, apparently. Very nice, very nice. So I'm gonna fix another camera's location right now, so I'm gonna leave you for just a second, because literally aurora caught us off guard. Well, we weren't prepared that it's gonna go so powerful so quickly, and as soon as it got a little dark, we started to see that. So we are still trying to catch up with that. So I'm gonna join you in a few bits.
It's okay. You wanna put it to the tripod?
Alright, I'm back, and now we have eyes in the skies all over us, and now it is a little bit of a quiet moment after some eruption, but as we've already seen for tonight, we have auroras coming from out of nowhere very quickly, but now we are picking up all of the sides. Now this is our north side that we are looking right now, and there is not much going on, but if we switch back to the south, well, this is what we see. So the auroras are actually behind us in the south, which is quite unusual situation to find yourself in, but that is what sometimes happens during the aurora storms. So we are in a very, very good and active wave of the solar wind right now, and things can happen quite quickly, and all goes into favor for some more auroras. And actually, if I see right now, there's something has appeared back in the northern side, and northern side looks brighter than the southern side, and this is because there is still some light coming from the sunset, which happened actually quite a long time ago now, but there is still some light casting from it, so that's why that side is brighter, and our southern side looks still looks like this, with some faint but rather large aurora happening. So let's see some comments right now. We have Pirko saying that's a wonderful view. That is quite correct, and there you can see Filippo picking up his camera and going for some other photo. We are not running as headless chickens anymore, and now we're all set for all kinds of happenings in the sky. So back to our north side, there's some light action happening, some gentle shivering over there, and we have our sunset as well. Actually, what we can do, I think we can do something like this. Let's see if it works. Yes. No, not yet. We're seeing the same thing. So things are developing quickly again on the north side, and there is some oh, whoa, it's actually quite nice. It looks quite good. So now all of a sudden the northern side has activated, and let me
Maya, put the light on.
go and fix some cameras for us.
Yeah, just don't move. Try to not move. Okay, Maya. So if northern light comes stronger, I want you to get the light, and now we will come from there. I'll have the camera behind you, and you will just walk nicely and slow, admiring the sky, and then you will sit down and put the light by your side, okay? Wherever the northern light is. If it's that side, then you put, you know. If it's this side, look, yeah. If it's on the north, then yeah. Huh?
So here we are in the tail end of an aurora storm, seeing different things. Time is almost midnight here in Finnish Lapland, and the weather is nice and lovely actually. It's not so cold as it was on the other days, so it was, I think it's day number 4 that we are waiting for some really good aurora action, and finally we got something that we are pleased to share. So this is our second aurora live stream of the season. We already did a first one a few days ago with a very small auroras. So now we are having a real good show, and I'm looking through the comments while I'm talking to you, and I'm very grateful for all of one that is commenting. So I cannot answer to all of you because you're having so many comments. We have Alistair saying kaunis, Philip is saying great stream, Alex thanks, Nat is saying fabulous. So I'm very grateful for all of your support over there and your attention that you're giving us. So please subscribe to our pages for more streams like that, and if everything goes well, we will try to please you with more nice aurora action. What is the temperature there right now? I think it's about 5 degrees centigrade, plus or minus. On a couple of nights we already had very cold temperature, like -2 degrees or something like that. So yeah, I think it's more like plus 7, 6 or 7, so a little bit warmer. Today was an incredibly warm day here in Finnish Lapland for this late in the summer. It was plus 17, so I already did one other live stream from the city center, rejoicing for that really amazing warm weather and sunshine. We didn't have that many of the sunny and warm days in August, so it's quite a rare pleasure. And also we didn't have that many northern lights yet, and I think I see some development there on the horizon, so I'm gonna yet another time fix the camera in a better position so we can enjoy the fullness of the show.
move, Maya.
So there we go. As I was kind of promising or even predicting, the aurora would come back, and now we are seeing some more stuff more to the north, and it's really quite bright still. Even though it's almost midnight, you can still see, especially with this high sensitive cameras, you can see that the horizon is still pretty bright here in Finnish Lapland at this time of the year. But now we are seeing some really cool aurora things moving. Wow, that's quite a view. Aurora on the move.
Awesome. Keep there. Can you make the light a little stronger? Yeah, there is like a. Just zoom it. Yeah, good. Thank you.
Alrighty, aurora keeps us running around for beauty as it changes its shapes and position. So let's see what we have on our second cam. It looks quite nice as well. So facing our north, we have some nice, cool little action over there. Well, not even a small one, but actually quite a decent aurora thing developing. Wow, I'm so impressed. And as I haven't been seeing the aurora for over 4 months, this is quite an unexpected treat to have these views after quite a while.
Can you make it less strong? Like really minimum. Less. Don't move. beautiful.
So indeed, we're having quite a show today on our live stream. Auroras are dancing everywhere around us in the sky, and it seems like there is no end to this beautiful show. And it just barely got dark here that most of the sky is visible. There is a little bit of sunset light over there, just over the trees, but we are starting to see some of these little small aurora thingies on the horizon as well, which is to our north right now, and indeed it is looking quite lovely from our perspective. So we have John saying, the auroras and reflections in the water look so good together. Yes, that is quite true, and it is a special kind of time for us locals and aurora hunters to be able to film the auroras with the reflections in the water, and even without snow yet, because last season most of our live streams of the auroras were with the snow, and we were crazy enough to go and live stream in the very cold weather. For example, in minus 36 degrees was our coldest stream so far, and I didn't really expect that our gear would take it, but indeed it happened without too many problems. Well, we had a few broken frozen cables, but not more than that. So I was quite surprised of how resilient our gear was, and ourselves as well, by live streaming in this weather. So now when I'm sitting here, even still without a jacket, as it's only like only plus plus 5 or something, so it is still rather warm. And actually I saw a mosquito here, which is quite late, and I think he's trying to bite me. So quite late for the mosquito to be around, which tells that it's still kind of nice weather. So that magical season of the aurora without snow and ice continues somewhere into mid-October, which is we still have 1.5 months of that amazing show. My absolute best favorite time to film the auroras is when the water starts to freeze, and if everything goes well and if you're fast enough and the conditions are right, you can film the auroras and their reflection in the ice. So that time might last only a few days until snow will fall and it will cover the ice, so there will be no more reflections. So that is a kind of a special tree that I'm also trying to catch if I can, and actually it's been quite elusive for me most of the time, and don't have too many of the pictures on the lights with the reflection in the ice. But well, maybe in the future, and still have some more things to aspire to. So we have quite a good and large aurora there on our north side. Now it's going actually north and to the east. So there is a kind of a huge green wave, like you can see that one. It actually stretches all the way that way into the sky, just all around us and behind us. And we are now mainly looking towards the north, looking for the new active auroras to appear different places. So hopefully we'll be treated with some more good aurora action. We have Kelso saying thanks a lot for sharing this amazing view. I was in Rovaniemi, couldn't see it. Yeah, it's actually, even though Rovaniemi is my hometown, it's not always that I can see auroras here as well. It very depends on the season. I guess now September and the beginning of October are the best ones for that, definitely. So we have quite an interesting big thing going there on the right side. Doesn't have any sharp elements to that. It's except for this three little tooth or something like that. But anyway, it's quite a large green cloud. That's more or less what it looks like. And Marcus is saying looks like purple color too. Yes, that is correct, Marcus. You have a very sharp eye. So indeed, we are seeing some purple, but mainly in our still cameras, not in the video cameras. But the color is definitely there. Well, it's purple is a very difficult color to see with your naked eyes, and I've only seen purple with my own eyes on quite a rare occasion. But with the camera, you can see it more or less oftentimes. So we are back, seeing more towards our south. It's quite a nice view over there. So a huge green cloud, and a mosquito tries to eat me. I guess it's having its last treats for this summer. Didn't expect to have mosquitoes here at this season, but in any case, they are still here. So it's quite a massive site, and I will go and fix one of my cameras and maybe put my jacket on as well, and join you soon, because sitting here on one spot is nothing but warm. Indeed. Yes. All right, finally I'm prepared for a longer stay outside with my jacket and my hat and some thermos bottle. So by the way, if you a fan of some tea, we have some tea at our Aurora shop Notify as well, which is what we use ourselves, some green tea and black tea. I certainly prefer a cup of black tea when I'm Aurora hunting, it keeps me warm. Not a coffee at night because it makes you just more dizzy, but I really enjoy a cup of good coffee in the morning as well. But tea is my go-to thing for these Aurora hunting nights, so cheers to all of you. As the temperature goes down, we can also see some humidity, some moist on the lake.
There's activity on the north side, a little bit on the horizon.
So,
Which camera are you now?
that one? Don't move it just yet,
Yeah,
I can see it. So, actually, right now we are so privileged to have auroras and different locations. So we have cameras facing different locations, and they all can see some of the lights, which is indeed quite amazing, and not a very usual coincidence. But as you can see, we are improving our live shows. We have a multi-cam set up right now, as we were only live streaming with one camera last season. So we are grateful for the people who have supported us in different ways, just by liking or sharing, or just doing business with us, like with our Aurora shop.fi. So we are also improving our quality of our production, and of course the most thing that this thing needs is some passion, not equipment, but the latter is also quite important. So the fog is also mesmerizing, and indeed yesterday it was so cold, it was almost around 0 degrees centigrade, and all of the lakes and rivers were just evaporating with fog, and it was so thick, and it was going into our lenses, and actually it was all over the city center as well, the Rovaniemi city center, and you could not even see the bridge from some of the points because the fog was so high, and even at my home it was like very foggy. It's in some kind of sci-fi movie or something like that. So this is only the beginning. I think there'll be even more evaporation later, and our north looks to be now a little bit more active. So we will switch there for a second and see some nice green action over there. So I will take myself out of the view because there's something interesting and cool happening, and well, I will put myself here for our Instagram viewers, because Instagram only shows like a narrow part of that view, unfortunately. So Instagram is not an easy platform to stream to, but we are trying our best as well. So hello everyone who is watching us on Instagram, and welcome to the show as well. So let me get myself out of the way. Wow, I can actually be anywhere I like. It's a funny technology these days. You can do crazy things, but the action is indeed quite nice over there. Let me.
It's funny, we can hear the bell of a reindeer.
Yes,
behind
that is
us.
true. That is true. There are some reindeer in the area, and Lapland is. Oh, look at that! There's like.
Oh, there's some nice action there.
But we are filming that. Yes,
Yeah.
we do. We feel. This is what we see. Yes. So now we are seeing the strongest. Oh, I'm sorry for that. Sorry for that. There's some. This is not as it was supposed to go. There we go.
Oh, I
Little.
can see some blue pink.
Yes. Now with the camera, you can see some of the, this purpley kind of color, which is quite amazing. And I just have to go and capture that with my still camera. So I'll be right back.
Sit down, man. It's everywhere. What the fuck?
No swearing.
Oh, look there.
Yes, I see.
Gotta keep it very far. I guess him is the moment of that video that I told you about. So stay there. Stay there now.
Wow, guys, it's totally amazing. I'm actually losing my ability to speak, as there is aurora happening in all of the direction, and as you can see right now, it's it's very beautiful. I have to go and fix a little bit the location of the camera for our Instagram viewers. Oh, it's actually.
Wow. Let's do the video, Maya. Wait. And make your lights a little bit stronger.
Wow, guys, this is totally awesome. This is incredible. This is major stuff.
Slowly. Look at me like, wow. Again. Come walking from there. From there. From yeah, that's good. Like little less strong, please. Yeah, good. 1, 2, let go. Wow. Wow. Thank you.
Wow, this is so awesome. This is so amazing when aurora picks up like that and does its magical dance. Well,
Don't move. Don't move. Don't move.
wow.
I know. I know.
This is so awesome. This is amazing.
Don't move. Yeah. Thank you.
So we're literally living here our lives under the lights, and it's crazy to say that we've been live streaming now almost for 1 hour, and for me it seemed like 20 minutes.
For me as well.
I'm sure time feels different for you over there. Maybe a little a little slower, but for me it goes so fast when we see these northern lights, and they're just, keep us busy moving moving around, filming, putting our cameras, and wow, look at that. Now it's quite a decent aurora arch over there, such that we have not seen in quite a while. Wow, this is amazing. Good stuff.
Log out.
We hear a light reindeer bell there on the side from us. And this is our lake view with the grand arches in every direction.
Look.
Very nice. So we can see both ends of the aurora arch over here, the one on the right and one on the left, and it's quite a large rainbow-like arch, and it's passing through the Ursa Major over there and going into more action towards the right side. Actually, it's quite active in all of its points, and now it looks a little bit more classic, as a classic aurora, like an arch of a northern horizon.
You have to walk
So so now it's a bit more normal kind of aurora. Of course, in addition to that, we have lights all around us and some faint lights behind us as well.
Well, we have some action in front of us now.
Oh,
That looks quite
oh
nice.
my God!
Oh my! Wow, it's getting nice.
So guns are blazing.
Please work nicely. Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh wow, go man. I mean, it's just straight. You can see. Just walk nicely. Yes. Again. Go. Again. Can you come from the like this path? It doesn't have to be on the wood. Just like walk this path straight. This path doesn't have to be on the wood. From there, from the beginning. From the beginning. From the beginning, man. There, there. The lights there. From the beginning there, man. Yeah. 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 Thank you.
Wow, we are seeing some huge aurora action right now on our screens, and that's absolutely fabulous show.
Can you like pretend this is too awesome and you are like, wow, wow. Turn at me like freaking like, wow.
Oh my god.
Put your arms up.
Wow, this is so awesome, guys.
Okay, now you can do whatever you want.
So some massive show recently on our stream that keeps us running, putting the cameras in the right place and position. It's a tough job when you have an aurora storm happening all around you, but it's a nice and pleasant job
Fun.
for us, and hope that you are enjoying the show as well together with us wherever you are in the world. The auroras keeps on coming on a night like this, and it's an absolute pleasure to be filming the first real aurora storm of the season. And I think what the info is telling me that auroras have gone very much south on a day like this, and one could also see them as far as Tallinn in Estonia, or Helsinki and Turku in the southern cities as well, and Stockholm, etc., etc. So if you are in some North European countries, north of Germany, Denmark, UK, something like that, maybe even north of France, in Bretagne and all these beautiful places, so maybe there is a possibility that they will reach you tonight. Of course, I doubt that they will cover all of your sky as they are doing that with us here, but you might see a little glimpse, a little arch, so to speak, on your northern horizons. So why not go and give it a try tonight? I think the time is actually the time is actually ripe for that. So you could go and try your luck. Well, of course, it's could be also quite a pleasant experience to sit in your
I will move the camera to the
warm
left.
house and to enjoy the view with us over here.
You can clearly see the purple.
Now we are switching back to our south view, and the arch has grown there, and there is a clear tint of purple over the top, which is looking quite beautifully and quite nice over there.
Yeah, it's getting nice. Maya, can you come from here walking towards there? Slow and like nicely. Straight. Straight. Put it like very small. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, go. No, it's you're gonna open that. You have to close it. It's like, let me do.
Don't fall.
So, quite a lovely scene right now, just over the lake, and the auroras are blazing high up with great reflection in the water as well, which is quite amazing.
Stay there.
Now we are seeing some really cool action. Oh my god.
That looks amazing.
Now it's going places, so I'm going places as well.
Yeah, do that. Look at me. You have to move faster, like
Oh my god.
come here. So I can actually move without falling in the water. 1, 2, 3, go. No. It's spinning around.
Spinning.
Yeah.
Oh, did you just tell me that?
Go.
Whoa. Whoa. Oh my god.
Awesome, thank you.
Fell. Whoa.
Yeah.
Stunning.
I hope this is what we're gonna have with the French people.
So now we're going to look up at the sky, and there is a wonderful, wonderful activity going out there. It's a beautiful, delicate green little flower unfolding above us, which is quite cool, and it's shivering, and it's doing some wonderful dance in the skies above us. So wonderful show today in Finnish Lapland, and we are going into our second hour of our show. Think it's possible, but for some reason not all of the stream went live for you, because as always we are in the middle of nowhere where the internet is a scarce resource. But in any case, we are trying our best to deliver the goods to you, and hopefully you are enjoying as well. And if you do, you can help us out by showing your support by going to our very own Finnish design store or shop.fi and have the best of Lapland delivered straight to your door, no matter where you are in the world. And we have Manuel joining the stream from Mexico. Hope you're doing well, and obviously seem that you like our view, and we also enjoyed quite well. And there is some interesting thing there going on. There is some kind of movement. Is it an UFO, or is it just some kind of a random kind of
On the right?
satellite or something? But I clearly see a bright dot moving through the sky. I guess it's a satellite or something.
Which
like
one?
that. That one.
Oh, it looks like a satellite.
Yeah.
Fast one.
it looked much brighter moments ago, so I was thinking that what else.
There is an airplane in the sky from the other camera.
Okay, that's not a big concern for us, but just directly overhead we are seeing some really nice aurora action, and it's a green blanket covering us from every direction. And Claudia is saying, thanks for sharing, so great to see it again, coming back in winter. And Christine is saying, thank you from New Zealand. You're very welcome. Grab some more popcorn and enjoy the show with us. So one thing I have to point out to you is what you're seeing is basically a very amplified image of the aurora, and even though we do see much of what we show you with our naked eyes, the equipment that we use, the cameras, are very effective in bringing out things that glow in the dark, like the aurora right now. So it's amplified and exaggerated version. So we do see all the same things, but they do not appear as bright and as colorful to our naked eye. So that one thing to keep in mind in case when you will come to Lapland, you will experience it much differently depending on what kind of light conditions we have. If it's an autumn time when it's darker, when there's more contrast, or if it's a winter time and perhaps if there's full moon. So the degree of how you experience the aurora's colors and the brightness, it depends on many things. But in generally, what you're seeing is a little bit brighter that one can ever see with our own eyes. And I think on some of the screens I have showed you what we really see compared to what we really show. So that is something to keep in mind while watching our shows. And in any case, I think it's much better to tell things honestly as they are, so you have your expectations in the right place when you're coming to Lapland. And we have Lucy saying, please, can you tell me again what your shop is called? It's called aurorashop.fi, and if you're watching our show, there should be a text right on your screen with the address. But just in case, if it's too small, I will go and type it in the comments so you can find that address. So this is the comment I've posted on the stream right now. If you'd like to support the show, please visit our Finnish design store or shop.fi, and this is the address where you can find our goodies and actually quite many Aurora inspired things. And I guess The coolest thing from my perspective that we have there are some of my best aurora shots printed on the wooden plywood material, and which are available as smaller postcards, 10 by 15, and bigger kind of prints as well, so go check them out. And Will is saying, hopefully another great aurora season ahead. Thanks for this, well worth the wait. Well, luckily it's not that big of a wait, only for months and something like that. So looking directly overhead, things are still happening there, and we are just basically under a huge green cloud from all around the sky, which is quite cool. Life under the auroras. So it's a good question. How long are we going to keep up with the stream today? Because we're already well over 1 hour, 1 hour 20 on my clock here. I'm not sure if all of that got streamed out. I hope it did. But in any case, nights are kind of very short. Still, it's almost 1 a.m. here, and I think today all of our nighttime will be filled with the auroras until the early morning, because the activity is still quite strong everywhere. And as the night goes further into the rest of Europe and in the Americas, that is where the aurora show will head to. So if you're in North America, Canada, or North US, you might be headed into a great aurora show tonight, and it might hit some north of the US as well, and whole of Canada possibly, if all goes well. So we are giving you some kind of heads up information about the auroras for the North America. So why not go out tonight and see if you can see something as well in your northern horizon. So to answer the question that I asked myself, I guess we will live stream for some more, and as long as we can see some good part of the sky filled with green, we will continue live streaming for some more. And it is a delicate show that we are having, and not kind of a rare show, so it's quite worth staying up. But at some point, I guess we might be facing sunset again, and the nights. Yes, thank you. Sunrise again, and the nights are still terribly short, and the horizon just barely got dark now, barely, like a little bit, still a little bit of color, but it's barely dark right now for like 1 short hour, and we will head into sunrise shortly at around 2 a.m. or something like that. In the meanwhile, there is some new developments over there in the north, and of course we are here to follow. And let me go and adjust some cameras, maybe wipe some lenses, because there is a lake over here, and there is some fog coming, so I'm gonna go and do some maintenance for us.
Today I came prepared. There you go.
I'm good.
Wow, this is getting nice again.
So there's some new development again, and the auroras keep on blazing and keep on coming back with the full force. And now we have quite an active arch over there on the northern horizon, which is quite nice looking. And auroras really don't give us any break or very little break, which is nice. We have Nikki saying enjoying from the Netherlands. We'll be back in January, and Christine is saying thank you from New Zealand. Lucy is saying thank you very much, Alex. You're a star. Thank you. Appreciate your kindness. Jen is saying pretty dynamic show. Yes, you're quite right about that. It's quite intense today, and even though some of the biggest explosions were left unseen by us due to very, very long days here in the Arctic Circle, and some of the auroras have already happened before it got dark. We are still quite happy with what we are seeing. Dennis saying how long? If you mean the aurora show, well, I guess it started about, I would say, 6 hours ago or something like that, but it only got dark a couple of hours, 1.5 hour exactly ago. How cold can it be in January? Well, anything into the range of -40 is possible. Thank you for the beautiful transmission. Moi moi. Muchas gracias, Manuel. We'll see you on the next one. Dennis saying, we go with your flow. Well, and we go with the flow of the auroras. Are you using the 5D? What size lens do you use? For still photos, I indeed use my good old 5D Mark IV. And for the videos, we use the amazing Sony A7S cameras. Nikki saying, that's cold, Alex. -40. Can't wait. Well, it's not like 100% that it's going to get to -40, but generally it's typically the month when it is usually happens. I think last winter's record was something like -39 point something. So I guess it's some places it really was more than -40, but they were not measured. But what was measured was like -39 point something, and the coldest ever measured in Lapland was like -45 or something like that. And now we are seeing quite a few nice little thingies over there that are dancing quite beautifully, and actually they are becoming quite nice. I like that. I really like that. So let me do some quick adjustments on the fly here and get back to you momentarily.
Starting again. We can try to do again with more movement.
Lucy's saying, bye bye Alex, I'm going shopping on your site, then I'm off to the beach. See you next time. Stay cool. Likewise, Lucy. Stay cool and take care. And maybe watch the rest of the show as a recording later because, well, we are still seeing some really, really nice stuff over there on the horizon, and it's quite a lovely show indeed. Selena is saying it's the beginning of an incredible winter. Well, God no, thanks. Not yet, not winter yet. We are still entering the autumn time, so I hope we'll have a few warm days before that. Minus 39 centigrade. I'm getting ready for my cold showers. It's actually quite a good way to prepare you for the cold and any kind of cold. I mean, like even just getting some sore throat or something. Like when you are friends with the cold, you don't get so affected by the cold weather anymore. And this arch is looking absolutely amazing right now. Let me point it a little bit differently so we can see a bit more of the action.
Just going like, wow, wow. Wait. Not so fast. But a little faster than you right now. 1, 2, 3, go.
So now we are also catching a bit of the reflection there in the water, which is quite nice, and it's quite real and quite alive. We have Dave from Scotland with his best wishes. Looking amazing, Alex. I've booked my flights to come in a few days. Maybe buy you a beer. Thanks. I'm not a great fan of the beer, but if you can express your gratitude in some other way, just like and share our show to your network, that will be lovely as well. Kat is saying, as the time passes, it becomes stronger. Amazing. Well, it's actually been going in and out, more active and less active, but now it's definitely more active than it's been.
No, no. It's okay, thank you.
I have the lamp.
you do it again so I can get the backstage? Thank you for coming. I'm using you a lot.
So it's quite an amazing show all around us. Basically, anywhere we look, there is some wonderful aurora arches happening. So it's quite a show. Wow. Don't even know where to look. I guess we'll look that way and I will position the other camera a bit better.
Did someone send you a message? Yeah, I think someone sent you a message. I need to fix that. Wait, first let's make this right. Who posted this? Photos. Oh, okay, photos. Okay. I'll send you.
There we go. 1.5 hour into our stream, and I just have to have a little drink as it's so intense running around here, setting the cameras. So it's definitely an aurora marathon today for us, and we are quite enjoying what we are seeing on our screens. Frank is saying, thank you for this great stream. Good night all. Good night, Frank. See you on the other one. Nikki is saying on the Aurora app, it's deep red where you are. That is exactly where we stand right now. So we are basically covered with the auroras, and we're having a very good and sticky kind of solar wind happening right now, which is igniting the skies all around us, as you can quite well see. And our southern view is also quite great. You see a few active regions there in the close to the horizon, and then there is like a huge aurora cloud. So when the aurora turns big and fluffy like that, it's kind of more indicates that we are getting closer to the end of the show, when it is more like kind of relaxing. At least that's what we're having here in Finnish Lapland right now, and slowly the aurora action will go other way across the globe and into the Americas. By the way, there was a little falling star over there, which is quite nice. But the north is still showing some signs of life here and there, and some faint but still quite active arches. So show must go on. And Jen is saying you are lucky also to be watching this, as it is add you are too. Not sure I grasped the full meaning of that word, but maybe it's my brain is clouded with the auroras and the fog from that lake, and it's getting quite late here as well. It's over 1 a.m. right now, so this is literally the darkest time of night, which is still quite short, just a couple of hours of darkness. And all is looking good and well for the aurora show to keep on going and continuing. So it appears to me we might have some dropped frames on our show, because, well, we are in the middle of nowhere and the internet is not very good in these parts. But however, I hope that you are still seeing at least some of the action, and please comment if there is some problem, and we could find a way to sort it out. So please report back to base if you're seeing and hearing us well, and if there's been some interruptions, and at what point. I would like to know, and hopefully be able to fix that. So Nikki's saying, "I'm hearing you well." Well, that's lovely. That's lovely for you to say. Hopefully, our internet strength will last us a little while longer, and we'll be able to live stream more of this beauty for you. Manuel's asking, "Do you remember the first time auroras impressed you when you were a kid?" Well, the first time I remember seeing auroras as a kid, I think I was about 7 or something, and I was walking on the street with my father, and it wasn't really that late, but it was in the middle of winter. It was quite cold, as I remember, so we just saw the light just up ahead over the street. That's I think that's my earliest memory of the auroras. However, my best memories of the auroras was when the day that I literally turned 18, and this was the first time that I was able to go to the bar legally. So of course I made sure to go there quite early, and it was about 10:30 p.m. when I was walking from my home towards the city center, and I was still in a kind of more let's call it rural area, not in the city center. And all of a sudden the skies all above me went nuts with crazy aurora colors. So even though I was very well in a rush to visit the bar for the first time legally, I stood there still and I was looking at the sky above me for a good 15 minutes. So that was kind of still, I think, to date my strongest aurora experience. I would say the most meaningful one to me, because I still believe it's the best ever gift I could ever receive for my birthday. So that's kind of my take on that. Then I was saying you are lucky also to be watching this, as you are too, even if you're not physically there. Thank you for tonight. You're very welcome, Dana. Eeva-Liis is saying, kiitos lähetyksestä, nyt lähden jo unten maille. Se on ihan hyvä ajatus, ja me tässä jatketaan revontulien ihastelua, koska show must go on. And right now we are seeing some very cool and nice pointy things going on in the north, which is quite lovely.
only sun in the bar. Is clouds. Wait, pointing up.
Alright guys, there's been some new developments and the auroras are yet again dancing, and wow, look at that. For example, this is right now directly over our heads, this amazing natural show. Oh my god, this is just above us in the sky. Quite an amazing view. So absolutely incredible, and wow, so many satellites. But you can now see also some of this amazing purple color right up there in the sky. And Nikki's saying thank you for tonight, Alex. Yesterday was a treat, but this is magical. Stay safe, and it's going to be a magical season when autumn starts. Was that the moment you decided to chase the auroras? I mean my 18th birthday? No, not at all. It took me another, what is it? Many years, over a decade, until I really got into aurora photography. I bought, well, actually, we bought with my wife our first good camera in 2011, 12, I think it was, and I, of course, having heard about the Northern Lights and having seen them, I thought, well, now it's my chance to go and capture them. But it turned out that even though you have the latest gear, it doesn't really enable you to take good pictures. Especially talking about Northern Lights, it takes quite a lot of, well, experience, I would call it like that, for night photography. Nowadays, of course, those things are natural for us. There were hunters here, but it was a learning curve of some sorts for me back in 2012, and my first season wasn't that successful at all, but it took me quite a few months to learn all about the aurora photography, nighttime photography, the good places to go, and to understand how and when I can see them in the lights. So after that was done, it was quite a breeze from 2013 or so on. You're very welcome, Mikhail. I'm glad to answer all of the questions that might arise. So let's switch into our not sure if in what direction of the I'm talking about. North it isn't. Yes, it's west or something like that, and we are seeing some more and more auroras, and as we are dwelling into the second hour of our show. It just keeps on going tonight, and it doesn't really stop. It keeps on going. Just checking if we are still streaming successfully with no interruptions. Looks like it's all working well. So today we have quite a crowd on all of our channels where we're live streaming that on Facebook and on YouTube as well. How long is your gear hold on for the night? Well, there is the limit for tonight is not our gear. It's mainly that in 1 hour the sunrise will return and we won't be able to see that much of the definition in the skies. So in a little bit, I guess we'll have to call it a night at some point. But as these aurora waves keep on coming and coming, we're still glad to be here and live stream for you. So let's see as the third hour begins. I guess there's also a limit for maximum Facebook and YouTube live stream that you can make, and I think it's about 4 hours or something. So I don't think we'll go into that, but I guess we will continue for at least for now, as long as we have nice views to share. So Pachaco is saying absolutely beautiful today. You're quite right. And Leland is saying cordial greetings from Hartsdale, New York, 40 kilometers north of New York City. Wow, that must be a nice place to visit. I've had a pleasure visiting New York a couple of years ago, and it was a pleasure. Of course, we mainly stayed in Manhattan and all those city center kind of stuff, and did not get a chance to explore any further, but hopefully one day we'll be able to do that. So I'm looking all around the sky right now, and there's also quite a lot of auroras behind me, although they are not as strong as the ones that you are seeing on the screen, but there's definitely a massive amount of green over there all around us. And I'm once again go and fix some of our camera's location. And Mikhail is saying, I think we have been spoiled tonight. That is for sure. That is really an aurora storm, which doesn't happen, unfortunately, quite every night. So in our north we have another bright little thing happening. Another sort of aurora arch emerging on the horizon. It's quite bright and lovely to see that, but I guess it's not going to develop into the full arch. It's just some kind of a small thing happening over there. Elton is saying, I see a bright star sparkling. Yes, I see that too. I guess it's a little bit humid here in the area because we are near a lake and it gives lots of moisture right now, so it makes our lens a little bit fuzzy, and that's how you can see a little bit more shimmering over there. So there is indeed yet another arch happening on the horizon, but you can also see now the whole sky is basically just a pale green and relaxed, so the auroras are slowly going more north, like the most active regions are going slowly more north. So it also this very static but big auroras are also going south from us. So if you are in northern UK or something like that, in Scotland, or soon in the North America, maybe you'll get a chance to see the Northern Lights as well, because it looks like the activity is going very much south on a night like this. So I think that the North America will soon be in the line of fire in several hours, so get ready for your piece of action in that regard. So I think actually now would be a good time to finish off that show, because it looks like it's slowly but surely coming down. So we've live streamed for quite a lot tonight, for over 2 hours. So I think you've enjoyed the show with us. So let's go to our west view and see one more time our lake, which gives quite a lot of steam right now as the temperature goes down. So let's see if we're not missing anything. Yep, the whole sky is pretty much green, which is nice and lovely. So I think we will finish on a good and powerful note here. It's been a lovely show that we've all enjoyed. So if you liked our show, please subscribe to our channels to be notified for more live streams like that one, and we also do some other live streams as well. And by the way, now you can see the clear signs that the auroras is getting more relaxed here. Now the aurora in the upper side of the screen starts to breathe, so it's a very faint aurora which basically like comes and goes, and it's not that visible to the naked eye, like somewhat visible, but it's just, keeps on slowly shimmering and glowing. So that's the sign of the aurora storm to relax and fade out a little bit, at least in our parts of the world. As I said, if you're in the Americas, so you might still have the best part of the show starting ahead of you, but for us it seems like it's
Soon over.
yes, it's soon over, and it's
But for sure, if we get anything better, you will see it later in our media channels.
yes, if we do see a huge one still happening, we will of course record that in our cameras, but for now it looks like that it's getting more relaxed. So I want to thank you all for joining this show, and have a nice evening, and please go to aurora.shop.fi for some very cool Christmas gifts from Lapland. So keep on being positive as always, keep on smiling, and we'll see you on the next show. And what a show it was! Our very first aurora storm of the season came quite early on the 28th of August, and we are grateful for the skies for that. So I'm gonna leave it rolling for a couple of minutes with this view, so there is a smooth fade out, but I'm gonna call it a night, at least from my part, from the commentaries, and see you on the next one.